Some of the best minds in the world bringing you some of the best knowledge on TRS Clips.
Okay, let's talk about the stem cell stuff again. You spoke about harvesting stem cells. I don't mind if you'd get into the basics of it, because as far as I understand, I'm not sure if stem cells are entirely lab made, right? Like they use embryo cells.
Yeah, embryonic.
So how does that actually work? Like I'm assuming there's an embryo inside a lady's stomach and they're able to harvest some of the cells from that embryo?
Yeah, so there's different ways you can get stem cells. So you can have your own stem cells extracted from like your bone marrow or your body fat. Body fat isn't really that good. But the thing is, I'm not really interested in that because that's only be really as good as my own stem cells are.
Have you done it?
Stem cells?
No, like extracting it.
No. Don't bother with that.
I'm assuming that would be really painful.
Yeah, it can. I know a few people that have had it done. You usually get it withdrawn from your spine or something.
What the
Yeah, and it can be quite painful. A good friend of mine who was in India with me a few years ago, actually, Ben Greenfield, he had it done there. Okay. And but I think it's so much better if you can actually go for like the umbilical stem cell, so they can extract the stem cells from the umbilical cord of a baby, and you'd go to places like Colombia, whatever, where they store the stem cells, usually for that family. So if that family ever needs stem cell, or that baby as an adult needs stem cells, they've got a bank there. Okay, quite a few people do this, but then they will donate so many of those stem cells to someone like me. Okay, and then in return they'll allow those patients to have their stem cells banked for free. Okay, and that's kind of how it works. And they can actually harvest those stem cells. So 20 million could turn into 200 million in a lab from those stem cells.
It grows like fungus or something?
I don't know actually how it grows. I've never really seen it. But well, it's on a Petri dish, and that's kind of how it grows.
Okay. So how did they put it inside your body then? They inject it into your bloodstream straight away?
Yeah, so the last time that I had it done was in Mexico at the Chipsa Hospital. So Chipsa Hospital is one of the leading cancer hospitals that practices like Gerson therapy. And so the surgeons there are very used to injecting like cancerous tumors, which are very vascular. So they have to be pinpoint accurate at injecting these tumors, obviously. So they have to use ultrasound to see exactly where they're injecting. So then you would show them, and I showed them x-rays and MRIs prior to visiting and told them exactly where I'm feeling the discomfort. Let's say if it's in my knee, shoulder, tricep, wherever. And then when I'm there, that's exactly where they'll inject, maybe once, maybe 4 times to a certain area, maybe into the joint socket, maybe to the tendons surrounding. And then you cannot train, you cannot do any activity or hard activity for about 3 months after, because the stem cells go towards the trauma. But let's say if I go to the gym and hit bench press, I'm creating more trauma. So the stem cells are going to go there. So you have to have them stabilized to the certain areas that you work in. And that's why it's very good. If you go to a reputable place, they will put you in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber straight after. Then you do something that's called PEMF, which is pulsed electronic magnetic field therapy. You'll do a blood transfusion of ozone therapy. So all of these things really help detox the body, get rid of a lot of senescent cells, which are like dead zombie-like cells in your body. And it will help stabilize and proliferate those stem cells so they're that much more stabilized in your body.
What does it feel like after you're done with it?
Painful. You're stiff. Because they're putting in needles that are several inches long into your joints, and so from that, you're going to be sore. You're walking peg-legged for the next couple of days.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And transparent question. Rich people all over the world are doing these things now.
Yeah, a lot of athletes do it. So, I followed the UFC. I've trained a few fighters, and a lot of them get it done. A lot of top wrestlers go, and like one of the top wrestlers was with me when I was getting my stem cells done now. A lot of top athletes, basketball players, they all go get them done because, sometimes they're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars for a season, so they need to continue to play.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this clip. If you want to learn more about this topic, we've curated a playlist just for you, and here's a link to the whole episode.